Today, we are heading on a weekend expedition in our 3 Subarus down south to Crow's Pass and to a local public land use area. With a rough plan set, we head into the mountains, not knowing exactly where we'll end up for the night. After a couple of dead ends, some trail breaking, and getting stuck a couple times, we finally find a spot to camp for the night. And after one of the warmest winter nights I've camped in so far, we head back. But overnight, the extreme wind has shifted the terrain, making it almost unrecognizable. Once on the road, we head back on one of Alberta's best side roads, Highway 40. Which, to my surprise, was still covered in snow from what we were trail breaking before. This is one expedition you won't want to miss, so without further ado, let's get into it. What is up and welcome back everyone. Today, check it out where we are. We are in a different public land use than we're usually at. We're usually at Ghost, which is pretty much north of where I am. We're way down south in Crow's Pass with the usual crew. We got Austin and his awesome Forester, and we got Adrian and his Crosstrek.
Oh, it's not awesome?
No, it's not awesome. No, it is awesome. I wanted to see his reaction. But anyways, we're gonna be cruising around here. We really don't know what's going to happen. There's a lot of snow. If you check it out, it's probably a foot. So we're gonna just see if we can find any cool trails or whatever, but we're definitely camping this time. This is more than just the day trip. We're going to try to find a spot to camp. I got my rooftop tent. Austin's got a rooftop tent. Adrian is sleeping in the back of his car because he does not have a rooftop tent yet. So, okay. And yeah, so we're gonna head along this road, see what we can find, and I will catch up to you once we either find a trail or a campsite. So, see you guys then. Well, we made it so far up this road that we got turned around. No, like we made it literally to the sledding staging area, and then they closed the road. Weird things they do with the public land here in Alberta is, I guess, the way they designate it. Some of it's winter use, some of it's like snow machine use, some of it's vehicle use. Like actually the orange signs there actually show vehicle, but I guess it's only a summer thing. So we're gonna head back down this road and head to another trail and see what we can find. Well, we made it to our second trail, and it might be sketchy. We don't know yet, but they're airing down because I can't. But look at this trail, guys. Nothing. Not a soul's been here since the last snowfall, which was probably like in the last couple of days. So it could be really sketchy, or it might not be too bad. But we're gonna go for an adventure and see what we can find. We had no idea what to expect coming up the road. There was no tracks to reference, and none of us have been here this year. And away we go, and it is a little bit sketchy. To hopefully be able to do a recovery if we needed to, we put me in the middle with Austin up front. And good thing we did, because it wasn't long before one of us got stuck. Somehow my Subaru is right there, and Adrian is right there. I don't know how I did it, but I made it through a part that Adrian did. I think maybe because I put the trail right into the snowbank. So we're gonna pull him out. Austin's gonna just back him and pull him out. But yeah, somehow I made it through there. I think it's because I got kind of like pushed into the side, but I kept on going, and then Adrian got pulled right into this, I don't know, foot deep, at least a foot deep snowdrift. So yeah, let's get him out. Hey Adrian, we got your car stuck, finally.
I know.
Because of me.
Side of the hole,
yeah, no, like it's literally waist deep where you dug. Can the Fozzie do it? That might be the end of the line. So we have reached our limits up this mining road. It is literally, let me just walk in here for a second. It's like waist deep snow, so there's no way the cars are gonna make it through here. So we're gonna turn around, or attempt to turn around. We gotta turn around in here somehow. So let's go ahead, try to do that, and then I think we're gonna head back that way because there's no way we're going up there. We need a lot bigger tires and maybe some more power. So we somehow made it back down that trail backwards. So everyone's backing down. There's no way we're turning around. So we said, might as well just reverse, and somehow the Forester made it. I was spinning a lot, but I made it. Uh-oh, Adrian's gonna get stuck right here.
After reaching as far as we could go, it was time to turn back and go back down the trail we once went up. This time with our tracks, it was a little bit easier. But we still had to get into the campsite down in the trees, which happened to be the only one that we passed on this trail the whole time. To get to it, we had to go through that exact same couple-foot snowdrift that Adrian got stuck in on the side of the trail.
Well, that's the road we come down, and that is where we're going. So, trying to find a camping spot now, so heading down there. Well, check this place out. So we came down from there. My GoPro fell off because I went full throttle and sent it, but this is the spot we're camping, and check it out. Really cool spot. Level?
It's self-leveling, man.
Yeah. Actually, that is pretty damn level.
Yeah, that's pretty level.
Perfect. 10 out of 10 parking.
Yep.
Getting out of it might be an issue.
Same.
That's a tomorrow problem though.
Yep.
So we came down that road and we made it into this really nice camping spot. This is probably the best camping spot I've been, and also the warmest I've ever been camping. That's what happens when you start camping in the winter. But yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a creek somewhere down there, but it's really nice, it's really treed in, so we're not gonna have the windstorms that we usually get. Adrian decided to dig a hole, I decided to dig a hole with my car. Self-leveling, it just levels itself, real awesome. And same with Adrian. Self-leveling. As I said, he's not sleeping in a tent, he's sleeping in his car. So he just has his like camping gear for like tent camping and just putting a sleeping pad there, so that's all good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna open up the tent. I actually have all my sleeping stuff already in there, so less stuff to move around. Also have a foam pad I'm gonna try out just to add a little bit more foam. So let's set up the tent like that. So the tent is finally set up, and it's snowing and it's sunny, and as you can tell, it's actually a fair amount of snow. So we gotta be careful on the top of the tent here. It's actually starting to build up, so just go like that. It's really nice in here, like check out this. It's just snowing just a little bit, and blue sky and no wind. So with the tent set up, so I've got mine here. Adrian's got his tent, also known as his car. Then Austin's got his back there. We're going to now start a fire. Well, we have the fire going over there, as you guys saw in that time lapse, and it's kind of stopped snowing, but now it's got really windy, so the wind is actually blowing the snow and making it kind of seem like it's snowing, but I'm pretty sure it stopped. So we got a little bit, and the tent did pretty well, as you can see on there. It kind of just sat there. Adrian and Austin have made one heck of a fire. So they cut down some deadwood, and now they kind of just cut down the tree or cut some of it off and made the fire. So we're gonna have lots of firewood, start some dinner and stuff, because it's getting a little bit dark. There's not much of a sunset, but really nice day. Not much wind, no wind at all. So yeah. Well, it's not quite dark. It's actually a lot brighter than the camera's seeing, but I just have it set pretty low right now. But it's dinner time. I think it's actually almost like, what is it, 7?
No, I think it's only like 6.
Only like 6, but we got
no,
the...
I got 6:45.
6:40, oh, that was great.
Yeah,
so we got the grill cooking. We're gonna have another hamburger like we did last time. They're really easy to cook up. And then Adrian's using his cool little little stove here, and having some meals in a bag.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Me as well.
I'm trying those out to see what those taste like. Those are definitely like more of like a hiking thing or like a backpacking thing, but might as well try them out now and see what they taste like.
Like most camping trips, I planned to do some astrophotography. But I forgot it was pretty much a full moon, so rather than being consumed by the pitch black, the area was lit up by the moon, pretty much to the point where you really didn't need a headlamp. Furthermore, the area was being consumed by the glow of the fire. Usually when I solo camp, I have a much smaller one, but because there was 3 of us and lots of deadwood, we decided to have a real Alberta fire.
Well, we're back in the tent. Got my clothes hanging up and we're ready to go to bed. It's still a little windy, but the tent isn't shaking, so I'm not too worried. So yeah, gonna probably sleep pretty good tonight, even though we don't have the diesel heater. As I said, it's not too cold. It's only about -6, which is really nice for right now. So yeah, we will see you guys in the morning. And good morning. So it is a lot warmer than it usually is in the morning. Like, Adrian says it's -4 on his car, which I believe, and nothing froze over on the car, which is incredible. Usually in this tent, everything's just covered in frost. The only thing that's covered in frost is my camera. It's actually really cold. But other than that, it was really warm. The tent had, as I said, no frost on it, which is surprising. Adrian's car was a little frosted up, huh? But it was just a little layer of ice. He actually started it and it's already defrosted, which is great. But it was windy all night. Thankfully, we were in this spot right here where we didn't get a lot of wind, which was great because usually the tent goes. So I actually had this flap undone by accident and it didn't move all night. So that was great. Anyways, it is now time to cook some breakfast and my keys are up top in the tent, so I have to grab those. We got the classic camp and scrambled eggs again, and Adrian's got, what is it? Oh, strawberry granola with milk in his little stove. That's awesome. I need one of those for backcountry skiing. And now with breakfast done, it's time to start the Forester and pack up. So with that being said, I was pulling a lot of power from the Forester, so we're gonna see if it even starts up because, well, it's not the greatest at cold temperature. So let's go ahead and see what happens. And it's gonna sound absolutely horrible. Even though it's not that cold. Well, we got lights, so that's usually a good sign. Hey, no problem. So we are all packed up and leaving, and Adrian's the first one to try to get out of this hole. Rock it back and forth. Yeah. Easy. No problem. There's a reason I kept it recording, because I had a feeling he might have done that. X mode, what are you doing?
That was X mode off.
Yeah, exactly.
Doesn't even move. Try stepping on the brake a little bit, maybe. Just be your own X mode. Just bump the shit out of the brake. Sometimes when you try to get out, but
I think we're a little high center.
I would say so. I think that's the safest option.
How would you say the user experience is?
Maybe if you had bigger tires and not ice tires, it would work a lot better. I would hope so. I just dug a hole, Jesus. So it smells like burning something in there. Well, the Forester stuck. We're not really surprised. We tried to give it all that we could and it just didn't move, so we're hooking it onto a car and pulling it out because there's no way I'm getting out of here with this. That's kind of why I went back here, is because I was like, well, if I get stuck, not big worry, we can pull out. So that's what's gonna happen now, because the Forester will not move under some power out of here.
So it was my turn to get out of the hole I put myself in. And well, I had a feeling it wasn't going to happen. Especially with these X-Ice tires. So we gave it the best shot, but it wasn't enough to get out. Using kinetic straps and soft shackles, we attached my Forester to Austin's and gave it a go.
So this is going well. How big of a hole do I have? Jesus.
I'm just gonna reset so I don't
More that way? Yeah, sounds good. Well, that's going really well. Jesus. This is why it needs a lift. I can hear, oh yeah, you can see the bottom of the car just scraping along. We should be able to get out of this. I'm really hoping so.
After a little more than a few pulls, we eventually got it out.
I think we should be able to get out of here now. There we go. We finally got the Forester stuck. That's what we came to do. Maybe not get it stuck like that, but we got it stuck.
But it wasn't over yet. We still had to get out of the campsite. It was a lot easier going downhill rather than coming back uphill in the deep snow. I sent it as hard as the Forester would let me, and I made it up.
So we made it out of there. It's a lot better when you have a lot more momentum. When I was getting out of my parking where I camped, it wasn't so easy to get out just because of the lack of momentum, but I was able to carry momentum pretty solid through the exit of the campsite, so got out no problem. I just had to keep it in first, and I think I was like $5 grand the whole way, just kept it pinned because, well, that was how I was getting out. Anyways, we are gonna head back. We're gonna check out one more just off-road spot to see what it's like. And then we're gonna head back to Calgary. So that's where the video will end up. But right now we're just cruising along some backcountry trails, which is always a lot of fun. Check out this ice. There was no ice here. This is where Adrian got stuck. The wind was it was so windy yesterday that it blew all the snow across. So there's probably gonna be some pretty sweet drifts and some pretty sick drifts. Yeah, you can see Adrian's tracks right here. So this might not be too difficult actually. And we made it back to the highway. There's a couple more trucks here now, but we made it. Well, we made it to the entrance of the trailhead where we went up last time and there was only one track. There's trucks up there, it's snowing, it's windy, but we all made it. And as you've seen in that footage there, Adrian decided he wants to jump his Crosstrek now because he hit some crazy intense kind of whoops kind of in there, but we made it, so we're gonna go, as I said, try out one other place and see what we can find and then head back. So see you guys at that other place if we can find it. Before and after a little bit of scraping. Wow, thanks Adrian. Hopefully my wheels don't shake so bad because when they're full of snow, the whole car tends to shake a little bit. Well, we're back on the road, cruising back. We're gonna try that one other trail on the way back because it's right there. We might as well see how it is. The chances of us making it are very, very slim. It's an intense off-road course even in the summer, so winter, especially with my car, probably not gonna make it. But remember how I said I was knocking out the snow and hopefully I would have less rattling because of the weight, the balance, the wheels are just so unbalanced with the snow on it. Yeah, that didn't happen. Look at my wheel. It is so bad. I need new wheels that aren't BBS 17 inches that grab all the snow and just stick on it. And you can see as I'm going down the highway, snow just absolutely flying off the wheels. So at least it's not ice where it stays on there, like the snow is coming off pretty good. So yeah, we're gonna painfully drive all the way up there as this shakes, and then we will see you at hopefully the other trail. Well, another change of plan. So we were looking at the map and it turns out you can take Highway 40, which if you don't know, here in Alberta, they close a part of the highway during the winter for wildlife. So we're taking the part that's not closed and it's just a lot more fun. It's a lot more winding roads to the back country rather than just the main highway. So we're gonna be doing that. If you guys don't know, Highway 40 is such a nice drive and it's super enjoyable compared to just the main highway. So if you're in Alberta and you're looking for a nice scenic drive, definitely try Highway 40. as you saw in that last few clips, there was a ton of snow. We just went over this little like pass area, and look beside me, it's like half of what it used to be. It's crazy how quickly it can change here, but this is one heck of a road. I love this Highway 40. You got like these really open areas right here, and then you kind of got like that mountain pass that we were going through a little bit before where I drifted sideways into a snowbank, but it's all really good. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this cruise. Before it was a little hardcore with like the snow on the road. There was like no plowing done. You're pretty much just making your own trail, and it was a little sketchy, but now it's calmed right down again. So it's a nice little, pretty much gravel road, kind of like what we saw going up to Wipers area. And I mean, this is the same road that goes to Wipers. They just close it off halfway through. Now it's really just gravel road here. So we've turned right off of 40 now. We're going back to 22. So that long, kind of straight road that goes straight through the Alberta prairies. So we're kind of off of the fun roads and back onto the kind of plain Jane roads. And just like that, we're actually back out of the mountain range and into the prairies. But if this isn't an indication that I need new suspension, I don't know what is. Everyone else is having like a super smooth ride, and my car is like falling apart. It is so rough out here. Out of the mountain range and into the prairie. So we made it back onto Highway 22, and wheels still shaking, but a lot less than it did before with the snow on it. So we're just gonna cruise back. We've got probably a couple hour drive from here back into Calgary and back to home. And there we go, we made it back. But I think what I'm gonna do now is unload this mess of a car, because I've got all my stuff thrown in here, and then go wash it, and then probably fix that diesel heater and finish my diesel heater video. So that's probably a video that's coming out soon, or it's already come out. But that's gonna be awesome when we get the nice cold weather, because last night it was really nice. That was probably the best conditions I've camped in so far. It was really warm, and we were out of the wind even though it was windy. So really enjoyed it, had a lot of fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed the trip. But that is gonna be it for today's video. So as always, peace out and stay humble.